Joe Cronin Show presents a show with attitude. Beyond the matches. Behind the storylines. State of the WWE.
Welcome everybody to State of the WWE episode number 38. Oh my goodness. Trace and a snowman. It's unbelievable. Why do they call it a snowman though? Because it's only really two circles, it's only two lumps, it's only two round. The snowman has three sections, right? I mean, it's not really
Usually.
It's an infinity logo, if anything. It's not the snowman. Never got that in hockey. You know, like Bruins win 8-1. It's one infinity. That's what it is. That's not gonna happen for the Bruins anytime soon, though.
Yeah.
Oh, NHL playoffs underway, and that's where you go to Shot from the Point on YouTube to check out Tommy C masturbating to all the games. Welcome to State of the WWE. I'm Joe Cronin. This is Dead on Dave on YouTube, the Dead on Dave of the Joe Cronin Show, and the Dead on Dave on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm everywhere.
And in the background on the couch at Dave's house, half naked, half drunk, and half retarded, it's Tommy C. He's in the back there. Hey, Tommy.
Hey, Flint, you're a pussy. Go back, file a complaint.
And that's Tommy C.
Tommy's really upset about Bruce Bitch. Anyway, let's put bitch to shame and do something free for you guys. That's right. On the Joe Cronin Show, we don't charge for anything.
Never.
Ever. Except for when we expose the truth that he purposely took himself off YouTube so that he could, charge you for his website, make it seem sympathetic, but he really did it on purpose. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, yeah. Oh, the truth hurts, doesn't it, Bruce? I got the email you sent to me. I know what the truth is. I'm not going to tell everybody. They can figure it out for themselves. Anyway, let's move on.
Shit just got real.
Let's go right into Daniel Bryan because, we were just talking about it. And I think that, I don't know. I don't know what I think, but all that this means is there's something wrong, and this is very concerning. We knew if this was going to come up again, because people threw this around months ago, and back when he first came back, and I remember thinking, no, he's back. He wouldn't have, taken all that time off and come back and now have a problem. But now this is concerning. Like, this is really...
And we got to remember that WWE was pushing him to get the surgery to actually fix his neck. He didn't want to do it. So instead, he opted to do a very experimental form of rehabilitation, and he was able to come back probably about 4 months earlier than he would have if he would have gotten the surgery. So, it's not like it saved him all that much time. He comes back. He works some matches, but obviously WWE's protecting him. They ask him to alter his style, which he did speak out against because he's an artist. His own words.
Yeah, he spoke out on somebody's show, on the Screen Junkies guys, right?
Yeah.
Did you see?
He talked about how he's an artist and he doesn't like having to change his art. Those were actually his words, which is douchey as all hell. That's how he's dying. And, so... But now he gets removed from the European tour.
My kibble clutches a Picasso.
That's right.
Oh, God.
So... Jesus Christ.
Like pile drivers.
Dude, I'm going to have to take him to the hospital. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's going to get to that point my buddy got at. He was touching girls at my house last year, and I'd be like, dude, stop.
See my Norman Rockwell of a pile driver.
So he gets removed from the European tour, and now they're saying it's because of a concussion. Everyone thought it had to do with the neck, but WWE is coming out and saying that it has to do with a concussion that he got from Sheamus. Now, I don't know if that was a storyline explanation or not, because I read it on a dirt sheet, so I have no idea, and it didn't specify. But you have to wonder, what the F, is this going to be a long-term thing? Is this the end of Daniel Bryan?
He's got to go away. If this didn't work and now he's going to do this other surgery,
Yeah.
Now he's going to have to go away again for a longer time, right? Because we're talking 6 months if he's going to go back to the, have that surgery and go back to the beginning with the whole thing.
Well, remember, he still should have Tommy John surgery, which he didn't. He decided not to do. He has a bad elbow, a bad neck, and a bad comp, which is head
pattern here.
Yeah, he's little, man. And if they would have put him in the ring with friggin' Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, Daniel Bryan might be dead. Yo, Bryan.
Yeah, no, they and this is a good point. And now I like that argument of things because if Daniel Bryan wasn't able to go into Brock Lesnar's match because of the way he's the way he's injured right now, his size, breaking down and all that stuff, you can see now why Daniel Bryan wasn't in that match. Not because, and to me, it's not the believability. I have no problem.
It's not.
Yeah, I have no problem with actually Daniel Bryan winning against Brock Lesnar. I can believe that. That's fine.
Oh, if Daniel Bryan was in his prime, hell, if he was Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, if he was that guy, I could believe him beating Brock Lesnar too. But the way that we have Daniel Bryan right now, with how injured he's been, no, I would not have wanted to see that because I really think he would have gotten hurt.
I would want to see it because it would have been a Michelangelo of a match.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It would have been good. Yeah, it would have been a Michelangelo of a match, Tommy. Jesus
He's
Christ.
an artist.
Because he's an artist.
Start making Michelangelo of a match T-shirts or something like. By the way, if Bruce Blitz was smart, he would start making "Stay in Your Lane" T-shirts with that.
Stay in your lane.
With that stupid face, with that stupid look on his face, like
By
with
the way,
his.
we think he's ex-army.
Yeah, because that's military.
That's military speak.
Yeah, he does sound like a military fuckhead.
No, he's a military brat.
Brat, yeah, that's what we're thinking.
Yeah.
His dad was probably military.
Stay in your lane. I fuck
your lane,
women.
you little
I
maggot.
fuck women.
We fuck girls here.
All my friends are black. That makes me tough.
Yeah, right. It's surrounded himself with the fucking entourage of idiots. Well, I've got my 3 black guys in Atlanta that will tool you.
By the way, Entourage of Idiots, great band name. Just saying.
There's another T-shirt. We're giving people ideas for free here. Listen to the show. This is why. All
We're
right.
a marketing machine.
So Daniel Bryan is in trouble. He needs to go away and get fixed, and then come back, and then hope that everything works out then, because otherwise this is going to linger, and it's already scary right now. This is This is like a sports injury you see in hockey or like baseball especially, and it's just like, you know what, dude? Got to get the Tommy John surgery, which is actually, remember, we thought he was supposed to get Tommy John surgery.
Yes, he was.
So that's what it is. So he's out a year.
Yeah. He'll probably be out a year. I mean, that's basically what I'm thinking. Take him out now.
Pull a Shawn Michaels.
I don't know. I'm almost if he retains the title at friggin' Extreme Rules against Bad News Barrett, I'd be shocked.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be shocked because he's got to drop this belt. And they probably don't want to strip him again, do they?
No, that would they'll have somebody like either Sheamus will interfere and he'll get taken out, or Barrett will cheat and take it from him, or go crazy on him and injure him and he can't compete. Yeah. It'll be something like that. He already looks weak.
Tommy John run up to the ring and take Daniel Bryan out.
Tommy John.
Wait a minute.
You could
how
tell
about
that to be Tommy John surgery.
Even better than that. Yeah, even better. He doesn't hit him or anything. He just abducts him. And it's like, wait a minute, who is this? Somebody just came out of the crowd. Wait a minute, what's he got? He's got a stretcher. Wait a minute, he's taking Daniel Bryan out of the ring. Wait a minute, that's Tommy John.
Tommy John.
That's Tommy John. He's taking Daniel Bryan away. What's he doing?
That's gotta be Tommy John.
It's Tommy John. They've been saying that Daniel Bryan needed Tommy John surgery for the last year, and now Tommy John has abducted Daniel Bryan. And then
and you just hear him screaming. You hear him screaming to Daniel Bryan, "You'll thank me later. You'll thank me later."
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The best story ever.
And then you got him cutting promos on him like, I could see him in the ring. I could see his deformed arm, and I thought I could put him back together. Like
I
Humpty.
know what it's like.
I just sounded like Luna Vachon. Yeah,
You did.
Daniel Bryan sent home from the tour. Unbelievable. Yeah. And then we got Sheamus is coming on strong. I don't really care right now. I want him to do something and prove to me that he's the man.
I'm really happy with what Sheamus is doing right now.
I'm happy too. I like what he's doing. I like his music too.
He worked a hell of a match with Neville, man, on SmackDown this week. It really said a lot about both guys. It's showing that Sheamus is going back to where he used to be, like wrestling actually good matches and not just stupid friggin' John Cena type matches. And he's working great. And Neville can work with anybody. And that's something that we had to know about Neville. Can he work with big guys? Can he work with small guys? He hit the same move that friggin' Seth Rollins hit, the Phoenix Splash, or what I like to call the Ark of God. He hit the same move off the middle turnbuckle.
Whoa.
Yes.
Dude, that's why I tape SmackDown for this. That's why I don't watch it. But when people start telling me what happened, then I go and I look for those moments. That's how bad it is. But
and the weirdest friggin' disqualification I think I've ever seen. All Sheamus did was throw Neville onto the announce table, and they disqualified Sheamus for it. I was like, what?
How dare you?
They have stipulations for that.
You want to blow your mind, and you know something that bothered me. I know we're in state of the WWE currently, but something that bothered me going back in time was like.
Are you gonna talk about WCW?
I'm gonna talk about consistency in the WWE. Like back in the day, you couldn't do a lot of those things. You might be able to get away with throwing a guy into the post, and like they wouldn't disqualify you, but sometimes they'd be disqualified back then for all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then in the Attitude Era, with no mention of anything, no mention of it being a no disqualification, no nothing, people would go outside the ring, they'd go through a table, they go into the steps, they go into the post, and then they get back in the ring. And I remember thinking, even at the time as a kid, even though I liked it, I thought, no, they're supposed to be disqualified for that.
Well, if you remember, WCW had a policy for years in the 80s and into the early 90s, an over-the-top rope. If you threw your opponent over the top rope, you get automatic disqualification. And that rule was in effect to like 95, 96. It was
when
crazy.
All the Mexicans started coming over.
Yeah, then they brought the luchadors in, and they were like, well, you probably can't do that no more.
Yeah, let's get rid of that dumbass thing. I mean, that was a stupid rule.
You know, Cronin, I think what the WWE needs is Jack Tunney. They really need to crack down on some of these rules. I think Tommy NC 220 will agree with me.
2010.
That's what his name is. And, you know, one of the things, it's sort of like taking too many steps in basketball before you dunk. They really got to cut down on the closed fist punching. That's not wrestling. That's not real wrestling. Closed fist punch. It's just gotten out of control, and Jack Tunney should step in.
Well, I think there's not enough closed fist punching anymore. You know, that's the problem. Everything is an open hand.
I'm fucking dying. He's talking. Oh,
well, it all went downhill. Yeah, you're right. McMahon took over, and then he went nuts, and that's what happened. Ever since then, it's been all screwed up.
Joe totally missed what you just did.
Did he really?
He did. He's not even catching it.
No, what happened?
Catching the bit that he did.
It was a goof, Joe.
It was. He was waiting for you to say the same thing you said to Tommy NC 2010. It's not real, Tommy. And you didn't say it. Instead, you were like, you know what? That makes sense. That made it great.
You know what they could do, too? It's like the NHL. They could have automatic suspensions, and then Brendan Shanahan could come on and make a video and tell everybody to knock it off with the closed fist punches because, you know, we got to cut down on concussions. It's keeping players out of the game, making them retire early. We want our superstars on the mat, not in the stands.
What the hell is that?
I'm duct taping myself. Sorry, I don't know. No, when Tommy NC 2010 did it, it was like he was like, I think that John Cena needs to go for the title. You know, he needs to go for that.
He needs to focus on the heavyweight championship.
Tommy NC 2010, our buddy from the show, and his show, Tommy NC 2010, who's not here today, but he's probably working on his channel somewhere.
Yes.
He's going to be on Tosh.
He dropped the Tosh.0 video. It's May 5th.
Thanks, Dave. Oh, you know, I was building up to that.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
You know what's on May 6th, though?
Yeah.
The day he passes Cronin in subs.
Yeah. He might. You really think everyone's going to be like, I got to go find this guy who fucking saved this lady's eggs?
Depends on the bit.
Yeah, it depends on how bad Tosh fucks with him.
That's a great point. It's too bad. I'm telling you, if Tosh played the fart video, why didn't he play the fart video?
Yeah.
I'm so pissed off about that.
You've got to figure that he's going to get at least 2,000 subs just from appearing on Tosh.
Could be more. It could be ridiculous.
He could get a lot more.
He could be insane.
All depends on how he comes off.
Yeah, that's a good point. He could. It's hard to say whether he blows up or whether he just gets a couple people who come over. You know, it's
how many guys when Krispy Kreme went on? I wonder how many he picked up. Because you got to know he picked up big ones when he went on.
Go look it up. You can go to What the shit's it called?
That takes away.
I don't want to Google anything right now. I'm pretty laid out.
I just can't wait till he passes you and just thank you for my 100,000 sub.
My play button came.
Thanks to Joe Cronin for all the help. He's down to about 12,000.
No, then I'll just go on his show a bunch. I'll beg him to be on his show, and I'll be, and all these people will be like, "Whoa, who's this asshole?"
I'm Joe Cronin, 2011, and I thought I'd make a good addition to the show.
Oh, that's great. We got what else we got in the? What else do you want to talk about wrestling wise? I know I got a couple things, but what are you thinking about?
Putting me on the spot.
Yes. You had a lot of notes from Raw we didn't get to, so maybe there's something in there.
Yeah, I did. I don't have them anymore because I deleted them after I did my review.
Not very copious.
You're like, F this.
That's improper use of the word, Tommy, but I appreciate the effort.
Well, I'll tell you something. I will tell you about the Divas.
Oh, yes, the Divas shit.
Yeah. How about Layla came back,
God.
I guess. She's looking hot, but she sucks in the ring usually, so.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what I was so pissed. Oh, yes. The fucking Divas match on SmackDown.
Yeah, was it bad?
You didn't see that yet either, did you?
Is this the Layla match that I just...
Not Layla, no.
Okay.
It was Cameron,
Ugh.
Natalia, and Alicia Fox. And it was absolutely horrible, except for Natalia. Friggin' Alicia hits a goddamn scissor kick on Natalia's ass crack. And then Cameron with the terrible DDT, whatever she does, to pick up victory. I mean, Cameron's horrible. She botched like 4 times in the match.
Oh, God.
But they gave the Divas about 7 or 8 minutes on SmackDown.
They did. Wow.
And they did not take advantage of it. Again.
Boobies.
Well, they're putting the wrong people in the match. Cameron? Yeah. Why is Cameron getting 8 minutes? Give her none.
I don't know. Maybe
Cameron's
they're trying
terrible.
to build her up for when Naomi wins the title, and then they're going to have Cameron and Naomi. I have no idea.
Yeah, this is dumb. They do everything wrong, and then the WWE, I feel like they stand back and they go, see? This is why we don't do it. It's like, no, you're fucking stupid. Just like the Bruins.
Well, I think the idea was they were trying to build a separate angle outside of the title picture because they are trying to give the Divas a chance. They picked the next 3 girls in line. I mean, they didn't have anyone else on the current roster. Paige is out filming a movie. They could have dipped into NXT, but obviously they're not ready to bring those girls up yet. So they're like,
it's working like a corporation. You're the next in line.
Yeah.
This is the ranking system. So they're not going to go to the wrestlers that you guys know work. They're going to go, wait, I've been here longer.
It's possible that they're like, well, we got to see if we get some of our money back in what we have invested in these 3.
Yeah, they're not going to. Because Layla sucks. Layla can't wrestle.
It's not Layla.
Cameron can't wrestle. Those 2 need to go away. I mean...
Yeah, Alicia Fox is horrible. Sometimes.
I like Alicia Fox, actually, sometimes.
I like her antics.
Yeah. She would be better... I don't know. I like her in the ring sometimes. Sometimes she's
consistent.
Sometimes when... You know what happens with her is when she has all these like planned spots, something gets messed up. But when she just kind of is out there wrestling, it's better. She's better without instruction, I can tell.
I agree. And I love the shit she does after matches where she loses her mind. She had another tantrum on SmackDown, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, she does great. She does really good with that. She's good. That is value with her. There's almost no value other than jerking off with Layla. And Cameron,
I think Layla's gorgeous, though.
She is hot. And Cameron sucks, too. I mean, she's really bad.
Rosa is not known for wrestling. I just like she's weird. I like what she's doing with Fandango right now.
Yeah, and that's she's got a good spot there. Again, good strengths, but not in the ring.
Yeah.
And
now they got them broken up, and now she's being a crazy stalker ex-girlfriend.
Do we talk about the cease and desist letter from Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Oh yeah.
What the fuck is that real?
Yeah, it's real.
They out of his fucking mind. You can't trademark a move legally.
No.
No. That's not what we're talking
It's a
about.
cease and desist to Stone Cold, two pro wrestling tees who had to pull Stone Cold's T-shirts from their website because. Yeah, I don't know.
I heard he's gonna do something about seeing his move. Mikey Whipwreck is dying.
No, he was just mad over that he doesn't like the fact that Cena's doing it because he feels it's a reckless maneuver off the middle turnbuckle like that, the springboard, and he feels that since it's not a finisher, it's taken away from what the stunner is, and he's not wrong.
It's a super stunner.
What shirts particularly are you upset about?
Do you know what shirts he's pissed off about?
They pulled all of Stone Cold Steve Austin's merchandise off of Pro Wrestling Tees.
See, I thought it was just 3 shirts.
If he had 3 shirts, it was the 3 shirts. He might only had 3. A lot.
That's legit.
Well, he tweeted out. He did say that it was going to be resolved really soon, and the shirts would be back up. I don't know.
Well, he'll be. I'm thinking maybe there's a logo in there or a saying that's something got to do with legal, maybe.
And WWE is like, nope, can't have that.
Yeah, and maybe even just WWE's legal team on itself is acting, saying, "Well, we got to stop that." Just like it's, and they didn't. Maybe they don't know it's Stone Cold's actual web store, like the official Stone Cold Steve Austin merchandise website on Pro Wrestling Tees, just like the official Joe Cronin Show T-shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees. But they're not taking my shirts because I'm nobody. Actually, I take that back. I'm somebody. Okay, and I'm somebody's.
You're somebody to us.
I'm somebody's dad all across this country. Okay, I'm somebody's dad. You know how many kids that I've probably fathered that we don't know about? Because my seed is strong. Anyway, speaking of kids, my kids got ice cream at Friendly's today. It's amazing. Don't you miss Friendly's, guys? What do you guys have out there? Frockensteiners?
Yeah, Frockensteiner?
I don't know.
What the hell's a Frockensteiner?
I don't know. I don't speak German. You figure it out.
I don't know what a fry. You just made up a word.
Shut up and say I know.
I know, Joe.
That's right.
Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. No, I'm not. I'm staying right here.
You know what, Dave? We talked about this. We talked about making me look stupid. I put the pause button on. You know what? No, I'm just kidding. That's what I wanted to do. That's the video I wanted to make.
Okay. I forgot. You want me to get the banana?
Yeah, go get a banana. Eat the. See, I wanted you to like hold the banana up and like start to think about doing it, and I'd be like, "No, I want you to. No, what I want you to do is rip your shirt off and smear it all over your stomach and your face, and then say and all this stuff, and then you just be like, go to do it, and then you're like, I'm not doing this, dude. This is demeaning.
Quick substitution, pinch hitting for Dead on Dave is the one, the only Tommy C.
Okay. Substitute.
Take your time. We're having a little child emergency over here.
It's okay.
So we apologize. Dave's daughter has like serious asthma issues, and she's getting an attack right now. So we're attending to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, she'd be all right. It's just if we just like, hey, wait till the end of the Joe Cronin show, that might be a problem.
Yeah, there might be. Yeah. Well,
and right now, my daughter is teasing the hell out of this turtle who wants to bite her fingers, and she's laughing because she can't bite through the glass.
Oh, okay. Well, Tommy, I'm gonna ask you. A question, man. If you had to kill one WWE superstar, who would it be? You have to kill someone. Like they're gonna blow the world up.
No, Laura. No, who would I kill? I don't know. I don't know. That seems like a really loaded question.
Yeah, it is. Like you have to. Like someone says, we're gonna blow up the entire world, or you can kill one of the WWE superstars.
Well, if it's down to that though, then it's okay.
Yeah.
I think I'd bump off McMahon. See how the WWE changed. To be honest with you. No, I do. I like because that's the thing. Like the easy word is like John Cena, but I mean what did John Cena do wrong? All he ever did is bring in merch. No, McMahon. Just to see what would happen, I mean, he's lived a long time too, so it wouldn't be fair to whack a young guy or Daniel Bryan or something like that. So let's cut the cord with McMahon and see where that goes from there.
All right, and if there was
he's a superstar.
He is a superstar.
So he's one of the great heels of all time. So maybe it's just, and it wouldn't be all that bad considering all the wrestlers that work for him are dead before they were 45. So, I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know, payback.
And who's the best WWE superstar of all time?
Me? The best, personal favorite of the best?
Well, your favorite.
My favorite? I got like a trifecta. It's Roddy Piper, who I thought was the greatest heel ever until Stone Cold Steve Austin. But I got to be honest with you, it's going to piss everybody off. The greatest superstar of all time is Hulk Hogan, and no one's going to replace him anytime soon. The amount of money that guy drew, I mean, even now, and he can't wrestle, he can still draw ridiculous amounts of money. So I think you got to bigger piece of crap as Terry Bolla is. Some of the things he's done to other wrestlers.
Terry Bollea.
whatever. Yeah.
Did you just call him Terry Ebola?
Terry Ebola, yeah.
Ebola.
Because he was like Ebola to a lot of wrestlers' careers, you know?
Yeah, he bowled them over.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, he's the biggest. He's the best ever. No, he's not the best technical wrestler, and he's just he's the best. He drew the most. He's Michael Jordan.
Playboy of Wrestling would say King Kong Bundy is the best.
Yes. He's very much the best.
What do you think about,
what else you got in news though? I mean, I want to try my hand at this.
Okay, we'll go for it here. Let me see here. Well, Ted DiBiase, old Ted DiBiase ripped on Eric Bischoff. I mean, that's sort of a story right now. It's kind of a slow.
Did Eric Bischoff not go to church, or did he not give enough money to some, anti-gay marriage group? that why Ted DiBiase?
I think this is just old stuff being turned up. Like he says, the difference between Eric Bischoff and Vince McMahon is Vince McMahon knows how to create a star. Eric took a company and took it down. It's just the old, it's just kind of like, I mean, are we talking about this still type of thing?
Yeah, I know. It's like, was this, did he wake up this morning and thought he was in 2001? Is that it?
Yeah, it's news that's bizarre. Like, I don't understand why that's a story.
It's like McMahon gets too much credit and too much criticism at the same time. I think the same thing can be said about Eric Bischoff. He artfully ripped a bit out of New Japan, made it better. And I think I don't blame Bischoff as much as you might think. I think what happened was they ripped, the NWO thing a little bit. They made it even more better and more interesting. And the inmates got to control the asylum. They were well overpaid. They didn't have to work as hard as WWE guys. Everybody got lazy. That's really the end of it. And then you started seeing things like the finger poke of doom, and it all went down. I don't know. And from all reports that I've seen, interviews, I mean, there were situations where Kevin Nash would go into his office and threaten to beat the hell out of the damn boss. I mean, what was he going to do? Beat up Kevin Nash? Well, so I don't think that Bischoff, with all the mistakes he made, but anybody in that position would make tons of mistakes, is just ultimate evil. So, and as far as Ted DiBiase, he hasn't been relevant in years. And all he did was in the Attitude Era, he sounded like, that old comedian. When I was a comedian, people used to tell jokes, and now all these guys do is say dirty words. And it's just sour grapes to me.
I did love the $1 Million Man back in the day, but Tommy, I got some juice for you. You want the juice?
Sure.
All right. First of all, WWE, Shawn Michaels claims that WWE wants him to wrestle at WrestleMania 32.
Mm-hmm.
There's some interesting news.
That's as big.
That's really. He said he's already had an offer, and he enjoys being retired. And they're coming after him, saying, what about doing this? What about doing that? So we could have Shawn Michaels wrestle at WrestleMania 32. That would be awesome. I would love to see that. Although it is a little weird. You get retired by the Undertaker, then you're going to come back or something. But whatever.
Oh, like that's never been done before.
Yeah, it's been done a million times.
And that's why they need guys like Jack Tunney.
Yeah, they wouldn't let this
come back. I do think that there's a possibility he joins Creative at some point.
That's what they want him to join Creative too. That's another thing that's going on.
Yeah, I get the coming back thing. The reason I don't like the coming back thing is the same reason everybody in the locker. Everybody's sick to death of these part-time guys taking big spots at major pay-per-views. And what else? What other story can he tell? It just shows me that they have less and less faith in being able to develop their current roster by bringing somebody like, they see Dave shaking his head. I don't think they have enough faith in guys, so they're going back to the well with The Rock, with all these old guys. That's the way.
I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, because it's Shawn Michaels. We're supposed to get our hands and knees. And Shawn Michaels. No, there's too many guys they bring back. Would it be a great match? Possibly. How old is Michaels now? Like 45?
Yeah, he might be a little bit older than that, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anybody should be in a ring over 45.
He's going to be 50. I'm pretty sure he's going to be 50.
No, really?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I don't think it's going to work. I don't know. It's the guy retired 30 times already. All right, Dead on Dave's coming on. I'm out of here.
All right, he's age 49, Tommy, by the way.
Shit.
Just looked it up.
Who, Shawn Michaels?
Yeah, Shawn Michaels going to be 50.
Yeah, he's 49.
All right, so what else do we got? So I got some more. We're going to keep going. Rob Gronkowski from the New England Patriots.
Yes.
Might do some work in NXT. And that's
He's got a buddy down there, yeah.
Yeah, Mojo Rawley, who I'm not really into that guy that much, but I can't wait to see Gronkowski though. Go for it. Just don't hurt yourself. We need you, ass.
Well, I don't think he's coming in until, like, we're talking years later, you know? And if he does, I don't know because of his knees that he's actually going to be able to become a wrestler, but he'd be a great manager. And he's talked about wanting to do that.
Oh, really? That'd be great. Because he can talk, man. He can spike a puck. And then I guess Jim Ross is going to work with WWE Network on some stuff.
Yes, I just read that.
Oh, that's interesting.
These are very preliminary talks to work with the WWE again, and I think that's awesome. I thought it was a good possibility when he showed up at that San Jose show at NXT. That was a big thing, and getting Jim Ross back in any capacity would be huge.
What's it been now? About a year and a half since we well, you weren't on the show then, but we did we went on a rant about, you know, that when he got fired, and we watched the 2K press thing over and over again. Huh. And part of me thinks, because what happened was the WWE fires him, and then it's like, because they said he, you know, was inappropriate and
the Ric Flair thing,
unprofessional, but I understand what they were saying, because the whole thing, he was kind of, his humor was a little depressive, but it was funny, and in fact you could hear multiple times, and as it went on, it got funnier. At the beginning, he made some kind of jokes that you were like, whoa, I can't believe he told that joke, and the people in the background laughing, like, ha ha ha, like they couldn't believe, like he was like making jokes about like his disease and drinking and all kinds of stuff for this kid's video game, and maybe that's what threw WWE off a little bit.
They were upset at the fact that he wasn't taking control of the panel. Ric Flair was blasted out of his mind, and Jim Ross went on Twitter and talked about how he and Rick were getting drunk together before the show. And that was part of the reason what really pissed him off as well. According to Jim Ross admitted to it. It's his tweet.
No, Jim Ross said he was not drinking. He
had a cocktail.
Yes.
He's had a cocktail.
Yeah.
He also claimed that when somebody has Bell's palsy, like, they get a little grumpy and what have you.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not saying that's the reason why that he was fired.
I don't think he ever said drunk.
No, but he
said he had a vodka.
Yeah.
You know, he said a vodka tonic. That's not drunk.
No, it's not. But
it didn't help.
But talking about drinking on Twitter right before and after that happened did not help his cause with WWE, who was pissed off anyway.
He wasn't.
Well, no, I'm not saying. Yeah. Well, but I'm saying they used his tweet against him.
I'm sure they used his.
That's what I'm saying. Sure. They used his tweet against him. That's what I was saying.
Your show, Joe.
No, I was listening. This is good.
Tommy C needs to be in the room at all times. Fact checking.
Oh yeah.
Fact checker Tommy C. No, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Stop screwing up.
Fuck off.
Oh my God. I love it. Well, I'm going to be making a lot of wrestling videos today.
Oh, are you?
So there you go. Look for those. People are going to get pissed off at how many I'm going to make. We're going to go all out here today.
Is it going to be a copious amount of wrestling videos?
It might just be. It might just be a copious amount of news today. And man, I'll tell you what, wrestling, it's not even a lot. You know, a lot of the news stories right now are all these little plink here, plink there. There's nothing really shattering the universe. No. I mean, I think the Stone Cold thing is interesting with all this stuff that's going on. And is he mad at them? Are they mad at him? What the hell is going on here? It's like, seems like jabs left and right, but then everybody says it's okay.
Yeah, he just came out and said there's no beef, and then we get this friggin' cease and desist order. You know, it's crazy. Obviously, there's something going on here. And look, there's no reason he had to make the comments he did about John Cena, but the fact that he did so shortly after the no beef comments tells me that there's something else going on here. There's definitely some anger and resentment. I don't know on whose side, but there's something else. There's another story that's yet to be told. Yeah.
Well, they're also The Miz is going to be apparently written off television.
Yes. Yes. On SmackDown, he and Sandow agreed to a winner gets the Miz gimmick match on Monday Night Raw. And, of course, this is because he and Paige are going off to film Santa's Little Helper.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's why Paige was written off last week. And now that has been confirmed. She is out for an indefinite period of time. And now the Miz will be following suit when he loses the Miz gimmick to Mizdow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Yeah.
This is the downside of WWE, like these movies now. Santa's Little Helper?
Yeah, Santa's Little Helper. Him and Paige.
Are they filming a porno?
Well, with Paige, I'd really hope so.
This should be a porn. Paige and The Miz, Santa's Little Helper.
You know, apparently those damn Marine movies, especially the ones that he's in, they don't do that bad on digital release. They actually they sell a few. So it's enough to keep the business going. I know that Leprechaun movie did pretty well for him too. So I don't know.
That's crazy. We got Leprechauns.
It is crazy.
Leprechauns, Santa's Little Helper. We got all kinds of little just sexual innuendos going on, and the movie's going to end up being crap, unfortunately.
They had Brodus Clay do one before they fired him.
Oh my God, they called it Brodus Gay. No,
It was a horror movie.
his just like his career.
Just like his career.
No, it's he did good actually. I crapped all over that gimmick when it started, and said this is awful. And
It was awful.
And it actually worked for like a little bit.
No, I don't know if it ever worked. And then they added Sweet Tea.
Oh,
That's
God.
really how Albert wanted to go out, as Sweet Tea.
Well,
how he
that's
has
when
to
it got
end his
bad.
career.
But that was a year after he'd already been doing it.
It was horrible. Yeah, Tensai wasn't working. I agree, but
Well, Taz left TNA. Is Taz going to come back to the WWE?
oh God, I hope not.
Me too.
Taz is one of the worst announcers in history of ever.
I couldn't stand
I love
it.
the guy.
I love Taz too. That's
I
the
know.
thing.
The best suplex in history.
But you know what's weird? I didn't like him as a wrestler in ECW. I don't like him as an announcer. But I like Taz.
Yeah,
I
it's
like anything that he's ever done. But I like him.
Dude, I did like him.
I like
bizarre.
Taz. I like Taz too. It's weird.
No, I didn't. I felt he was so overrated.
I liked him in ECW, but
Yeah, I didn't dig him. I wasn't in. I was a Rob Van Dam guy.
I gotta be honest with you, if he's able to wrestle like he did in ECW, he would have been so fucking over. But they had Kurt Angle job to him, which is really, really generous. And then they buried him after that. I mean, it was WWE buried him.
They did nothing. Yeah,
They did
after.
nothing with him. He really, nobody ever talks about how bad Taz got screwed. And then a couple months later, Stone Cold Steve Austin is standing right over him, saying like, "Where are you from? New Jersey? What?" I mean, that's like the ultimate insult from a guy from Brooklyn. They just buried him.
Yeah, they did. They did.
they buried him because he was so small. They were like, "This guy's he's a tiny little guy," and haha.
Now, I don't know, man. Like tiny little guys are kind of taking over right now.
Yeah, well, they are now. Maybe.
He wrestled like a heavyweight though.
Yeah, he did. He did. I don't know if he didn't have the proper look, but I mean, they did give him a big rub with the Kurt Angle thing, and then it just did nothing after it. It was very confusing.
Yeah. No. Well, hey, I don't know.
I was so angry.
WWE 2K Mobile is now available, so the mobile version of the video game available now on iOS and Android. You're welcome, WWE.
How much are they going to charge for that shit?
Probably sue you for plugging.
That's awesome.
Sue that son of a bitch.
It's $7.99.
Oh, Christ.
It's $7.99 on mobile. Why would you? I mean, you got to be really bored at the dentist office to be fucking pulling that game out,
That and that Immortals, which I heard is actually pretty good.
Yeah, that looks okay.
If you like fighting games, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you like fighting games right now, you know what you're doing is going out and getting fucking Mortal Kombat is what you're doing.
That's right.
There's no excuse for you not playing Mortal Kombat right now. Well, there's an excuse. I have no money. But
Yeah, it broke. Broke is always a good excuse.
yeah, no need to do that.
I don't want to play Mortal Kombat. I have no interest in it whatsoever. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, when you mentioned Mortal Kombat, Tommy, under his breath, he didn't hear him, said, is it really out?
WWE is going to be releasing a Click DVD in July. As if we didn't know about it already enough.
Like, yeah, seriously. I mean, what are they going to do? Tell the exact same stories that we've heard a million times? I mean, we've heard all the Click stories you could possibly tell.
Here's what you do. You make a DVD of all these road stories that nobody knows about. So instead of going on the internet and finding these things, WWE makes their own video that's like 2 hours of this stuff, and it's awesome. And we get something different.
I want a reenactment of Xbox doing a line off a toilet bowl or something. That's what I want.
Yeah, they should do all that stuff. And then they get like younger people to play them, so when they talk about stuff and they do flashbacks of it happening.
It'd be like the NWA movie that's coming out, Have some of the guys play Ice Cube.
They can get current NXT stars to play some of like the wrestlers and shit. That'd be hysterical. Who's playing Shawn Michaels? Dolph Ziggler. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be great. You kidding me?
This summer, playing Shawn Michaels in I Love My God, Dolph Ziggler.
I love my God.
I Love My God, this summer, starring Dolph Ziggler.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Dolph Ziggler.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Suck It, this summer, Dolph Ziggler is Shawn Michaels.
Get wild and wet. Hey, let's dive into Brock Lesnar and how Dana White said they were never close to signing or never really likely to sign. You think that they baited this on purpose to make it seem like could he? Because remember we said it was interesting that the WWE actually brought up he may go to the UFC.
Yeah.
So now,
if you remember what I said at the time, I said there's no way.
He's got diverticulitis.
Yeah.
It's not
Right.
happening.
right? So they and I believed that when you said that for sure. I didn't think he was. I didn't know. I didn't think he. I thought he might not come back to WWE, but he might not go anywhere. But yeah, it's clear that it was just one big kind of work.
Yeah, like I felt it was weird. He showed up at the event in a suit. When does Brock Lesnar ever fucking wear a suit? It just seems so convoluted for a reason. And then he shows up on ESPN. I'm a much wiser caveman now. What the fuck?
I know why he signed with WWE. There's not a lot of money in shooting squirrels in Minnesota. You know?
But according to Jim Cornette, that's all he likes to do is kill animals.
You like, yeah.
I think that's where I got it.
Yeah,
Big shout out to Jim Cornette. Sorry I stole your bit. Fuck you.
Whatever, Jim. Jim
I love
Cornette.
Jim.
I would love that. Oh my God, if I could just get Jim Cornette on this show.
Oh my God, the internet would
piece of-
break.
Internet piece of shit. What are you, a Yankee?
Yeah, you ready? You're like, yeah, some fucktard up there. He fucks and wrestles a bear. He talks shit about this guy. He talks about every single wrestler like they're an asshole. He's a piece of shit.
He's what's wrong with wrestling.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, it goes on.
Oh my God.
No,
you just get him talking about friggin' Sable and Shawn Michaels, and you got an hour and a half of
He's so
pure
bad.
hate. You got
It's so bad they should put him in creative.
but I've heard Jim Ross on like people's shows, like little kids' podcasts, who have like 300 subs,
That's
and they're
true.
like, today we have Jim Cornette.
You
And
got
then-
money, I'll do anything.
I mean, I guess I don't. You know what? If Jim Cornette will come on my show for $100, I'll pay him $100. He's worth it.
Got me too. What do you think I
He's
am,
worth
Yankee? You're gonna talk me down, you Yankee, you Bostonian.
Oh boy.
Let's have Jim Cornette versus Tommy C drunk. All right.
I think he wins that one.
You might win that one.
Yeah, I mean, Conan telling me if we had Cornette and Heyman, they would do a double suicide, and he was laughing at that because he
Oh,
knows it's
God,
true.
yeah.
That's why that was so damn funny because it's so damn true.
Yeah.
There's a press release. I know this is a state of the WWE, but what's up with this press release from the people keep sending it to me about the Briscoe brothers?
Yeah, they because they were supposed to, it looked like all signs were pointing them signing with the WWE, and then last minute they don't. They re-signed where they were, and I mean it's just how it is.
When they get caught with Jared Stoll in Los Angeles with Atlantic Coke.
Jay and Mark have been nearly 30 years of combined experience between the ropes, have traveled the world, been in ROH. The Briscoe built their legends in Ring of Honor for them boys from Sandy Fork. There's no place like home and no place like Ring of Honor. So they signed for 2 years with Ring of Honor. And it's almost like the Kurt Angle deal. Like Kurt Angle's putting out the feelers for WWE, and WWE kind of goes, what's up,
Yeah.
Angle? And then girl goes, oh, fuck, and goes and signs with TNA.
Yeah, that's basically what happened with him. The WWE had no interest, but WWE was actually really interested in signing the Briscoe brothers. It seemed like they really wanted to sign him, and then it just kind of went away.
Maybe it's because they already had some Briscoe brothers.
Maybe.
Like people hear Briscoe brothers, they're like, what, the body shop guys? They're
The
still
auto
wrestling?
shop guys? Yeah, that's exactly what they're thinking.
Those guys are still wrestling?
Those auto shop boys.
Well, it's disappointing because any new talent like that is exciting to hear come to, and now just to hear they're on ROH. I mean, they're doing great in ROH, and it's fun to watch them. But obviously, I don't watch a ton of ROH anymore because I can't deal with everything. But I do watch it. But I want to see those guys on the big stage. But at the part,
Sure, because the 40 people who are watching Ring of Honor, I'm sure, are getting a fucking blast out of it.
oh, there's got
But
to
for
be
the rest of us,
there's 4,000. There's got to be 4,000 dedicated fans to that show.
got to be at least, right?
There's got to be 4,000 people dedicated
I'm sure.
because they're
But that's not a big number.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of eyes on them here and there, but I would say consistently, you know.
Well, think about it like this, bud. If they have 4,000, they're being more than doubled up by Joe Cronin, who's not a wrestler.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, if I make a video, like, at least 900 people are going to see it, you know, and that's it.
Sure.
But if they make a video, you know, 4,000 or more are going to see it. I mean, here, I'll tell you the numbers. What, you want to do that? Let's dissect Ring of Honor. ROH, they have more than this. We have to be wrong. I have to be wrong.
I'm sure they do. I was making a snide comment.
Yeah, I know. But
Sorry.
I was being serious. But no, they have 82,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which actually, yeah, I thought they might actually have more than that. 82.
Well, I mean, like any wrestling promotion is probably going to have high numbers for subscribers on YouTube. You got to figure. I wonder what New Japan has. I wonder what TNA has. You know.
That's a good point. I mean, shit, we have a lot from the fucking Cronin show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They've got man, I don't know. I'd love to go down there and beat up the Briscoe brothers. I'll do it myself.
Well, it's like WWE could have signed the Briscoe brothers. They could have signed the Young Bucks, and they didn't sign either of them. You had Davey Richards, and what's his name? The freaking what are they? The Wolves? The Wolves over in TNA. They could have signed them. Didn't sign them either. But yet, there's nothing going on in tag team division that's making you go, fuck, I got to see that. Except maybe the primetime players who are just shitting on everybody, and the weird New Day thing, and the doing nothing with the Ascension.
Yeah.
The Lucha Dragons are the hottest thing they have right now.
You know what?
That's just Kalisto. It's just weird what WWE's doing in their tag team division.
The Briscoe brothers would be like the real Ascension. You know what I mean? Like, if you imagine the Ascension coming out to be like, who's going to wrestle us, and then the Briscoe brothers come out, you take the Briscoe brothers for real.
Yeah.
And you laugh at the Ascension. And that's the difference. Put those two things together. People would rather see the Briscoe brothers. And
I think so. I think that's a fair statement, and it's unfortunate because of all the real forward momentum that the Ascension had for a long time, and then I don't know. It's just
they're descending.
Yeah, they are. They're descending. The descenders.
Yeah, the WWE WWE read it wrong, and they booked them wrong because you know what? They booked them wrong from day one. None of those people. 70% of the crowd didn't even know who the Ascension was, really. They came out, just seemed lame. What they should have just come out a few times and attacked people. Like I think they started to do that.
They should have just called them Legion of Doom.
Yeah, you know what the funny thing
the
is?
New Legion.
They probably got debuted about 3 months too early because it seems like it was after that is when the big NXT boom happened, and now everybody who's coming up from NXT is getting instant recognition because most people are watching NXT now, and everyone's excited. So when you see Neville come out, everyone's screaming NXT, NXT. Same thing with Kalisto. Same thing with all these other people. Tommy's having a seizure. He's electrocuting himself with my fly swatter. He's sitting here electrocuting himself with my fucking fly swatter.
I didn't know you could do that.
That's a really sad
Yeah, that would hit you. Jesus Christ.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I don't even know what I was saying anymore.
Well, anyway.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just listening. I'm like, is this gonna get like crazy? I hope it does.
I had this to tell me. I'm like a tennis racket, but it's really like electronic zap.
You want to make it up to us, Tommy?
What's that?
Shock your dick.
No.
Shock your dick.
Yes, do it.
Fuck am I, Steve-O? I'm Tommy C.
No, shock it, man.
You do that. That's Danny Diddley territory.
Danny Diddley. Oh my God! On that, we gotta end it. State of the WWE. Episode number 38. It was probably one of my favorite ones, I think, tonight.
Tommy and I doing drugs in Germany.
Yeah, get high. And I got something for you, Bruce, bitch. Your face looks like a penis, you asshole.
Yeah.
Now go charge all your subs for a bunch of money because you can't send an email.
Hey, relax. Cool off, Cronin. He's got black friends.
Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Hey, here's our lane. YouTube. You're not in it anymore. Get the fuck out. Stay in your lane. What? The lane you left, stupid?
Oh my God.